Introducing the Fat Cell Destroyer. Secret leaked 1-minute formula melts 55 pounds of fat and saves woman's life. It's a powerful hidden hormone that ignites your metabolism, flushes out toxins and converts your fat cells to energy. You trigger this fat-burning mechanism inside you with a 60-second twice-daily habit that I'm about to reveal. You may be feeling skeptical about what I'm saying, and I completely understand. I'd be surprised if you weren't. I felt that way myself until an unconventional doctor from a small town in Switzerland with only 6 months to live broke his code of silence and revealed it to me. Yet it's the very same natural formula being used for a secret new fat-burning treatment that has been covertly tested overseas for 3 years. After I saw the scientific proof behind this treatment and the phenomenal results, I realized I had no choice but to share it with people who need it most. It's an entirely natural solution and perfectly safe to use. And even if you don't melt 55 pounds of fat like Angela did, you can be sure to burn off 10, 20 or even 30 pounds with very little effort. It doesn't matter how long you've been overweight, it doesn't matter what your age is or how many pounds you've got to lose. Stay with me for the next 4 minutes and I'll show you how you can make this powerful formula yourself at home with a few ingredients from the grocery store and get the fabulous flat belly you deserve fast. You do not know about this new 60-second habit because all the tests have been conducted in highest secrecy. It's not a diet. It's not a fat-burning or detox pill. And it's not a workout plan. It's like nothing you've seen before. It's scientifically proven not only to melt the dangerous belly fat around your vital organs, but also to reduce symptoms of aging, diabetes type 2 and heart disease. You can clean out dangerous platelets from your arteries, enhance your energy levels, reverse symptoms of diabetes type 2 and add a good 2 decades to your life by doing it twice a day. I urge you to stay with me and remove all distractions. You need to read until the end of this short article because in a couple of minutes you're going to find out some critical information about weight loss, such as how to trigger a newly discovered fat-burning hormone, jumpstart your internal fat-burning engine and incinerate all the unwanted fat from your body, how the real cause of rebound weight gain, dangerous cravings and weight loss resistance is a minute toxin. Now labeled an obesity trigger by Harvard scientists, that clogs your liver, forcing your body to store dangerous white fat, especially around the waist, and inflames your digestive system. And how to flush it out in 24 hours and reverse the damage over the coming weeks. And the deadliest diet in weight loss history that is proven to be linked to heart disease and stiffening of the arteries, according to a study by the European Society of Cardiology. The shocking truth about this hyped-up diet has been suppressed in the media until now. Yet it's essential you avoid this popular heart attack-triggering diet at all costs, as European doctors are now linking it to sudden premature death. You have to know you're not alone, and if you're struggling with your weight, none of this is your fault. Millions of us have been hoodwinked by the tricks of the weight loss industry, myself included. You could never know about this solution that has been shrouded in secrecy. And you won't find it anywhere but right here, in a few minutes from now. Before I show you the biggest weight loss breakthrough of the past 50 years, I should introduce myself. Me outside my church last year. My name is Sam Austin. I'm a physical education teacher from near Port Arthur, Houston. I'm Angela's big brother. We've been close ever since we were kids and I always look out for her. You must be wondering how I stumbled on this breathtakingly powerful solution soon after Angela's car accident. I can tell you I got lucky, or perhaps certain things come into your life at the right time and if you're paying attention, like in this article, lead you to lifelong happiness. I also found out some shocking truths, cover-ups and conspiracies on this journey. You see, despite everything the weight loss industry has told you over the years, weight gain is not caused by lack of exercise, too many carbs or even ice cream and chocolate. I'll show you concrete proof of this in 1 minute. And this is why I urge you to eat more carbs, not less. And you'll need to eat more of your favorite foods like pizza, ice cream and even chocolate bars at certain times of the week in order to lose the 20, 30, 40 or 50 pounds that you need to. Because the truth is that the root cause of belly fat is not what you eat. It's a minute toxin that has now infiltrated some common vegetables and fruits you most likely eat almost every day that causes uncontrollable cravings and rebound weight gain. According to a breakthrough study from University of California, this toxin's linked to deadly conditions such as diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, fatty liver, heart disease and cancer. And if you haven't yet dropped everything you're doing to pay close attention to this, I urge you to hang on to every single word from this moment on. Because you'll be stunned to hear about the breaking medical research that reveals a newly discovered hormone in your body. a hormone that ignites a potent inner fat-burning mechanism and flushes out the lethal hunger-disrupting toxins. This mechanism, being treated by Harvard Medical School as a major fat-burning discovery, is inside every one of us. And it's even more powerful if you've got a few pounds to lose. Pay attention to what I say because very soon this article will be removed for good and our time is running out. Like I said, my name is Sam Austin and I'm a physical education teacher from Port Arthur near Houston. I teach physical education to grades 7 to 10 and we have a blast. I'm also a personal trainer in my spare time. I'm the go-to guy around the neighborhood for getting anyone over 40 and especially over 50, in shape. Jane, Layla, Troy before after general, here are some folks who I've helped lose 20 pounds or more. I don't have a website, Facebook page or anything like that. I'm not famous. People know me by word of mouth and I like to keep it that way. I'm married to my beautiful wife Maria. We have 3 kids and a dog named Paddy. Each summer, I volunteer in the US or overseas to teach underprivileged kids English to help give them a better future. And 2 years ago, I was sent to Bolivia as part of a teacher volunteer program. Now, if you don't know Bolivia, it's a beautiful country in South America, next to Brazil and Peru. Now, you're probably wondering what the heck this all has to do with how my sister suddenly saved her life by losing 55 pounds in 7 weeks, and you'd be right. Because a couple of years back, her marriage was on the brink. Her weight had been creeping up for 5 years. After her 3rd child, she felt as though she had no control over her weight anymore. Her favorite clothes no longer fitted her. She suffered from intense cravings for sweet snacks. She hated how she looked in photos and in the mirror. And the media advice on how to slim down was overwhelming. Like most women with a few pounds to lose, Angela tried every diet under the sun. On 2 occasions she'd lost 10 pounds with an expensive meal slimming plan. Only she gained back 15 pounds a few weeks after it ended. She did the whole keto diet thing. That worked for 1 month, but after it gave her heart palpitations, her doctor told her to stop immediately. She saw therapists who told her to learn to love her body for what it was. But that was out of the question. She hated her body as it was. She couldn't even go to the beach. And she secretly tried fat-burning pills she found on the internet. These made her jittery and she couldn't sleep. You may be wondering if I helped her. And I did. I tried every personal trainer's trick under the sun. I gave her a diet plan to follow. Exercise programs that she could do at home. Angela could lose a few pounds. But later on, uncontrollable cravings would overwhelm her and she piled the weight back on again. I'm ashamed to say my methods failed Angela. Let's be honest, we all know regular weight loss techniques flat out don't work for some people. It's time we admitted it. There's a missing piece of the puzzle. Until now, we've had no idea how to beat the root cause of cravings and rebound weight. You may be one of these people who've tried everything to lose weight, or you may be frustrated with rebound weight, like my sister Angela. The good news is you're about to find out what this missing piece of the puzzle is. Before discovering this fat melting breakthrough, Angela felt as if her weight affected every part of her life. She was embarrassed to be intimate with her husband or even to change her clothes in front of him. The lack of affection was driving them crazy. She was anxious about her marriage and her family. But Angela had no solution. Then there was that fateful day when she accidentally saw her husband Jeff's message on his phone to his best buddy, Steve. He was thinking of ending it all. It hit her like a freight train at full speed. The shock of the incident caused her to lose concentration as she was driving. She somehow managed to pull herself from the burning carnage of the accident. Yet she suffered severe damage to her spine in the impact, meaning that exercise would be impossible for 2 years. The hardest part for her was her kids seeing her with tubes in her nose, hooked up to the cardiac monitor. Her 6-year-old daughter, Sophia, loved her mum so much. Mommy. Last night I prayed to God for you to get better and happier. You don't smile anymore, Mommy. And I want you to smile. And God told me you would smile again, Mommy. He really did. Angela could barely hold back the tears. The little one didn't know what a blessed heart she had. She knew right there and then that she'd never let her kids down. As she recovered from surgery 2 days later, the doctor came to her bedside. You know, Angela, he said, recovery would be a whole lot easier if you lost 50 pounds. That extra weight puts crushing pressure on your back, your joints and your heart. Your blood sugar level is dangerously close to diabetes type 2. You may not know it, but diabetics have a 1 in 4 chance of limb amputation and increased chances of blindness. You also have high blood pressure. This puts you at high risk of a fatal heart attack and a stroke. All in all, it's not looking good. I'd recommend you lose some of that weight. And fast. Otherwise your kids will be without a mum in 6 months' time. Angela was in complete shock. She'd never heard a doctor speak like this. He was so blunt with her. Yet the more she thought about it, the more she realized the doctor was right. She was overweight. It had caused a near-fatal accident. Her inability to lose weight was the root cause of the distress she was in. The pressures with her marriage. The depression, fatigue and anxiety. The pains in her joints. Her fear of going out to buy new clothes. Her worries about Jeff's distant behavior. She was even starting to wonder if her friends didn't want to see her anymore. But mostly, leaving her kids motherless put the fear of God in Angela. As she lay in that hospital bed, a million thoughts raced through her mind. Would she get to see her kids grow up? To graduate from high school? Get married? Would she even see their beautiful smiles again? If she survived, did she want to be a burden to her family, needing expensive medical care? How long before diabetes type 2, high blood pressure or heart disease devastated her body? How long before they took her away? These were by far the darkest moments of Angela's life. Little did we know it was all about to change as we were weeks from stumbling on the biggest breakthrough in weight loss history. That summer I went to Bolivia for voluntary work. It's a beautiful country and I was welcomed with open arms at the school I'd be working at. The first thing I noticed when I arrived was how in shape local people were. The kids, the teens, the adults over 40, 50 and even up to 80 years old were toned, young-looking and energetic. After a day or two, I had to ask my colleague Roberta how the heck this was possible. After all, back in the US, most of my friends were at least 20 pounds overweight and many suffered from diabetes type 2. Even my doctor back home was out of shape. Is Bolivia a super healthy country? I asked my colleague. No, she replied, to my surprise. Obesity rates are increasing fast in this country like the USA. Then she said, the reason everyone you see is so slim and looking good here is because there's an exciting medical trial nearby. It's for a new weight loss treatment. They've been running the trial for 2 to 3 years now and every single overweight person who's taken the treatment has slimmed down, and stayed that way ever since. Some of us lost up to 60 or 70 pounds and transformed our entire lives. My brother had diabetes type 2 for 17 years and he shed 49 pounds and now he's diabetes free. My best friend lowered her high blood pressure and is 28 pounds slimmer. I myself lost 35 pounds. Then she showed me this photo of her before and after the treatment. And even people who only had 10 or 20 pounds to lose are happy, because it was so easy for them, she said. Roberta told me she was 59, yet she didn't look a day over 40. We didn't take any pills. She said. There were no crash diets or exercise. They gave us a drink mix in the morning and a tea in the evening. And that's all. And you lost 35 pounds with nothing but a daily drink? I asked. Yes. She replied. I can tell you I no longer felt the urges to slack anymore. I felt an instant increase in energy levels. My sleep improved. And my skin and my hair are all looking much better these days. It's changed my entire life. I don't know what was in the drink, but I do know. They used a special mix of nutrients from the diet of a healthy tribe living here in Bolivia. Then she told me about a remote Bolivian tribe called the Siman who live deep in the rainforest, recently found to have the healthiest bodies in the world due to their diet. I felt excited. Maybe I could get the same mind-blowing results for Angela as the locals. Roberta gave me the address of the weight loss clinic, a couple of miles away. So that day, after finishing my work, I headed up there. I was lucky enough to arrive right as they were closing. A doctor was locking up as I arrived. He greeted me with a smile and introduced himself as Dr. Kiel. He came from a little town in Switzerland. We are closing this clinic in a few days, he told me. The weight loss trial is now over. Dr. Kiel seemed friendly, so I asked if he wouldn't mind me asking a few questions about what he'd been doing. As he invited me inside, I told him about my sister Angela's troubles with her weight. How she'd tried everything and how it was impossible for her cut belly fat. How Rebound weight gain and cravings were ruining her life. We're desperate, I said. Otherwise I wouldn't be here now. Then I noticed some progress pictures of his weight loss patients on the wall. Men and women of all ages and even some teenage kids had melted incredible amounts of body fat. Check it out now. Get for more information below of the description. Lawnaful.